In this tutorial, we're going to look at the masking options that are available in the Workspace Editor. So in order to access the mask area, we're going to click on the pencil icon in the top right corner, which is going to open up the Workspace Editor. And then we're going to select this tab here on the right-hand side that says Masks. When you do that, the first thing you're going to need to do is then select the Create New Mask option, which will reveal all of our mask creation options. So you'll see at the very top here that we're going to create our first mask. So it's going to be mask number 1. You could change the name of it here if you'd like. You could also change the color that will display here in the Workspace Editor for that mask by clicking on either the swatch and choosing one of these pre-selected colors, or by clicking on the color wheel and selecting from any of the colors here in the color wheel. If you had multiple masks, which you can click on this option here and select Create New Mask, you could delete one that you no longer need by selecting it from the list and then clicking the trash can. So beneath that, we're going to see all of the different options here for mask creation that exist. We have two main options. One is overlay and the other one is keyhole. You would use the overlay option if you need to mask out a particular area of your image. Say, for instance, you were doing environmental projection and needed to mask out one piece of your stage or the area that you're trying to project on. You would use an overlay mask to overlay over the image and then remove that part of the image from your projection or your output. And then the keyhole mask is going to be the reverse of the overlay, where if you had, say, perhaps a circle mask, then you'd be able to see an image in that circle, and then everything outside of the circle would be masked out. So there's 4 different options for the types of masks that you can create. The first one is a rectangular mask, and you can click and drag to create that rectangle. You can hold down Shift, and that will constrain it to a square, and you can make a square as well. And same thing for the ellipse tool. You can use that to create an ellipse, or if you hold down Shift, it'll constrain it to a circle, and you can create a circle mask as well. The third option is the custom pin tool. So you could use this, like I was referencing earlier, if you had a particular area, say on a stage, that you needed to mask out, then you could use this to create the exact look of that area that you need to remove from the image. And then, of course, you'll click back on the first path to close it. So now you'll see that this mask is going to mask out just that area there and then allow the rest of the image to be there. And then the last option is an image mask. So you could use like a PNG image or something to create a mask out of as well. And that would be shown here on the screen. So go ahead and remove these other two so that we can work on a few different other things here. And you can just select a mask and hit delete to delete them. And again, this is for an overlay mask, and I had explained that the keyhole mask would be that everything would be masked out except for this shape. So that's the difference in the overlay and the keyhole. And you'll see here under shape properties, you can change position and size. If this was a normal shape, you could change the aspect ratio of it. You could rotate the shape if you need to, and you can feather the edges as well if you want it to be not such a hard change from image to no image. So that's how to create the masks. And if we leave the Workspace Editor by clicking the pencil icon again, then we'll be back here in the main window. And now we're going to talk about how to apply a mask. So if I make some media playback, I've got media playing back here in this layer. Masks are applied on the master output. So you'll see here that my output is currently playing and I have no mask selected. So if I click on this option, I can choose the mask that I've just created. And now that mask isn't going to be live. You'll see that this little icon appeared up here to let me know that I currently have a mask active on my master output. So if I turn that off, that icon disappears. If I toggle that mask on, you'll see that it's back. You'll also, however, see that you're seeing the entire image here in the layer strip, and even here on the master layer, you're seeing the entire image as well. That little piece of mask that's there isn't showing up in either of these images. And that's because the mask is applied directly to the output. So you're not going to see it here in the program. You're going to see it on your final output. That's about it for masks here in PVP3. For more information on the program and to see our other tutorials, you can visit us online at www.renewedvision.com.